Training your dog, is it easy? Dogs are amazing animals. They are not only our best friends and they fill us with joy with their company, but they are extremely intelligent, being able to learn different tricks and activities through simple trainings. Would you like to teach your dog new things? Well, pay attention because below you will see a series of hacks or tips that will help you train your pet with fun and easy tricks. Prepare pencil and paper to learn the craziest and easiest tricks you can teach your dog. And for some extra fun, find our mascot Ned, hiding throughout the video. Walk beside you. When your dog is on a leash, or without a collar, and you need him to walk with you without being distracted. Teaching him to walk next to you is essential to keep him close to you safely. It is also a good trick even when walking on a leash and you must move around in large crowds, or in construction areas, or danger zones for your pet. You can be strict when teaching this trick. Making your dog walk right next to you, with his head against your leg, or you can do it a little more relaxed with your pet knowing that he only has to walk next to you until you tell him the contrary. It is also a good way to know that your friend is close without having to look down. To concentrate. If you have a dog prone to independent and silly decisions, then teaching him to focus is a good trick to get ready. This is a simple trick that tells your dog ignore everything in the world right now except me. It is ideal for situations that can make your pet too nervous, such as when he passes by other dogs that look at him in a bad way. Teaching him to focus helps your dog to know that he can forget about everything around him, even that dog that looked ugly to him, because you are the only important thing right now, and you will take care of the rest. Ring a bell. This trick is especially useful if you don't want your dog to damage doors with its paws every time it wants to enter or leave the house. By teaching him to ring a bell, your friend can let you know that he wants you to open the door for him without you having to listen to the annoying sound of his nails hitting it. Although, it is not a difficult trick to teach your dog, you need to have a little patience with him so that it can learn it. You just have to have a bell and show him that every time he rings it you will open the door. It doesn't sound difficult at all, does it? Play basketball. Do you love basketball, but have no one to play with at home? Well, pay attention, because with this trick you can have the perfect partner to play for a while. You just need a ball that your dog can catch with his mouth, and a toy basketball hoop. This trick takes a lot of patience, so don't be discouraged if your dog doesn't learn it right away. You can start by throwing his favorite ball, and gradually throwing it through the basketball hoop, so that he understands what he should do when he has the ball in his mouth. It is certainly a great trick to share a game session with your best friend. Go to find an object. Teaching your dog to search for a particular object is quite easy. You just have to show him what the item you want him to look for is called and then deliver it to you. To be effective, use treats and reward it every time you do it well. Also make sure to always use the same name for the object, so your dog can memorize it and not get confused. Another pretty useful tip is that when your dog already picks up the item you taught him without hesitation and with confidence, you can include other items in training, and only reward him when the one you asked for is given to you. Helpful tips to train your dog. Before starting to see all the tricks you can teach your beloved canine, keep these 3 recommendations in mind to make training sessions more successful. First, try to make the instructions you give your dog words with 1 or 2 syllables. These are much easier for them to identify. Second, make sure that the training sessions are short, maximum 5 minutes, so you will keep your friend's attention, and he will not get tired. Lastly, always finish the training when your dog is doing something right, so he will be able to learn the trick much easier. Remember to keep these tips in mind, they will help you a lot. Cool tricks. Dogs are companion animals that follow us practically at all times of our days. But in case you did not know, they can also be trained to entertain us a little or even to help us with some tasks. One of the most amazing tricks you can teach your canine is to walk with its front legs, and even walk through some obstacles. For this you only need cones or something similar to encourage your dog with kibbles to pass through them without touching them. You can also teach him to keep you awake while you study or work. So every time he sees lay your head down on your desk, your faithful friend can bark or even ring a bell to get you out of the dream world. You just have to show him the signal to which he must respond to. Like putting your head over your hands, or staying still for a long time. Last but not least, you can teach your pet to roll himself up in a sheet, like a burrito. For this trick you can train him to turn around and put a sheet underneath. Sure, it is not the most useful trick, but he can sleep warm whenever he wants. Kiss. Training your dog to kiss you is one of the easiest tricks to teach and can be accomplished in just 3 steps. You just have to sit with him and make kissing sounds, then give him a small reward every time he licks your face. It is important to constantly practice this trick with your dog, and this will ensure that he will be able to kiss you whenever you ask him. In a very short time. It should be noted that, if in your case, you do not like receiving big wet kisses from your dog, you can also teach him this. In reverse, give him a treat every time he does it the way you want, to prevent him from licking you by surprise. Go back. Have you seen that your dog goes crazy and runs out when he sees the door open, or that he corners you when he sees you open the refrigerator? Well, teaching him to go back may be the best way to stop him from doing this. Although easy to do, this trick requires patience. Stand in front of your dog and while walking towards him, say "go back," so you will get him to walk away and walk back. After your dog is walking backwards, you will eventually be able to sit still and say "go back" and he will automatically return, without you having to walk in his direction. Lie down. The lying down trick is a good way to keep your dog in one place and is very helpful in keeping him out of trouble. If your dog is behaving in a very rebellious manner, or seems to need to be calmer and more relaxed, ordering him to lie down is an excellent opportunity for your pet to calm down, and remember that it is you who is in control of the situation, and that he should stay lying down in one place waiting for the next order. Telling your dog to lie down can also be ideal when he is surrounded by many dogs, and a fight may start. Or when there are young children around, and the possibility of injury is high. So now you know, if your dog likes to get into trouble all the time, teach him to lie down, you will be able to avoid many headaches. Diving. Also called scuba diving, this activity consists of diving into bodies of water in order to carry out a professional recreational or military activity with or without the help of special equipment. And, although it is usually only for humans, a person in California, United States, devised a way to do it with his dog. Jean Alba, a diving and pet enthusiast, decided to create a special outfit that would allow her dog Muttley to share in this activity. Alba first ran tests in his backyard pool and then took his good friend out to sea. Because dogs love to swim and are easy to train, Muttley managed to dive offshore successfully. It is a very cool trick to teach your dog, but it sure requires a lot of work and money. Using the toilet. How wonderful it would be if your dog used the bathroom just like you and the rest of the family, don't you think? Well, even if you don't believe it, you can teach your best friend to go to the bathroom, so you don't have to constantly collect his excrement. However, this trick is only possible in large dogs, because they are the only ones that could reach the toilet. Teaching this trick to your dog can be a bit more complicated, since you need to teach him various skills such as sitting, jumping into the toilet bowl and being comfortable doing his things in it. Of course, before training your dog to use the toilet, you must teach her to go to the bathroom when you ask her to, so she can apply this behavior to her position on the bathroom. It is no surprise that man's best friend can learn to do so many things with just a little training. After all, they trust us a lot and are excellent students. Does your dog know any of these tricks or an even cooler one? Which? Of course, always keep in mind that, if you want to train your dog, you should reward him every time he does something right. Thanks for watching the video. And see you next time. Remember to hit the bell icon after you subscribe, so you can get instant notifications for all our new videos.